Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your February 2023 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 9, and 9th house energy for you guys is actually Aquarius, and makes sense to see this come up because we'll be in Aquarius season for most of February. And we've had Saturn there for quite some time, so that can be a factor as well. We have Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius is actually your 7th house, which represents partnerships or relationships, and could be some focus on that for you this month. And speaking of Saturn, we also have Saturn coming up in your dice as well. So yeah, could definitely be a focus on 9th house matters, possibly some restrictions around that area for you guys too. All right, so we'll keep that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 4 of Swords, Libra energy, and challenging that, we have the Page of Wands. So seeing these 2 cards here, what this could be saying is you might be going through a bit of a healing cycle, but the challenge there could be you might be tempted to rush that process, right? So for some of you, maybe it's physical healing, right? Maybe you've just had a slight illness lately. I don't think it may be anything major, but at the same time, you could be rushing to get yourself back out there. And it could just be saying that the challenge there is to actually take the time you need to actually heal. Now, for some of you, this could be something deeper than that. It could be something more of an emotional type of situation, but the message there, I feel, would be the same, which is to say, try not to rush through the process. And I mean, we've had a lot of shifts. The Mercury retrograde cycle is just wrapping up. We had Mars retrograde just end in your sign, so now it's finally moving forward again, but it's still in a post-shadow period. So a lot of shifts for you guys in particular. So just be on the lookout for that. In the foundation position, we have the 2 of Cups. So to me, this looks like it says that you might have had a meeting of the minds with someone recently. Now, it could be, of course, we tend to jump to romantic with this card a lot of times, but like I said, it could just be a meeting of the minds in general. So it could have been around a business situation, but yes, it could be romantic or even friendships. Given that we did see the 7th house energy for you guys come up in the dice, so it could also be pointing to a romantic relationship, for some of you anyway. All right, in the past position, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is actually Virgo energy here. And for some of you, this could just be saying that in the past, you might have been really putting in a lot of work towards something, possibly even around your home environment too, or working from the home environment. But either way, looks like it could just be saying you've been putting in a lot of work in the past, building your skills. All right, in the present position, we have the 7 of Swords, so Aquarius energy here. And of course, like I said, we saw that come up with the dice. We'll be in Aquarius season in February. And we see Saturn came up there too, which is in Aquarius. So could be some focus there as far as maybe there's some kind of deception at play, possibly if you're dealing with some kind of people in the far off land. That could be one way it could be playing out. Could even be related to higher education in some way. But what I do see with this as well could just be a bit of a warning for you to not rush yourself again, because like I was saying, we see the 4 of Swords with the Page of Wands as the challenge, and he's looking right up toward that card there. So be on the lookout for that too. So be on the lookout for you guys possibly getting your own way in some way. And like I said, if that's the case, I feel like you might be tempted to rush back into something before it's time. All right. In the near future position, we have Justice. So the good thing is, if this is some kind of external deception, it looks like it would be short-lived, and you'd actually be able to see the balance restored around that situation fairly quickly. And I also feel like if this is pointing to you potentially getting your own way, this could just be saying this is even more of a reason not to do so, right? Where I feel like this is saying, you know, if you just pace yourself, go through the healing process you need to go through, things will balance themselves out in the near future. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Emperor. So yeah, this could be another indicator of what I was saying, where it looks like you're really tempted to rush yourself around a certain situation. Now, astrologically speaking, as we get maybe around the middle of February, the energy will be a lot clearer for that. But at least early in the month, it might not be the wisest thing, because like we said, the Mercury retrograde is just wrapping up, so we have the post-retrograde cycle there, the Mars post-retrograde cycle as well. But you guys could just feel tempted to jump into something, especially given that Jupiter is back in Aries too, so that could be lighting a fire under you guys in a certain way. All right, In the environment position, we have the Three of Cups. So definitely a good energy here. And this could just be saying, the key is to just take a little bit more of a light, playful approach to things this month. Try not to push yourselves too hard. And this could even just be saying, so like if this is an external person who presented some kind of deception toward you with the Justice card in the near future, I feel like this is saying there wouldn't be a need for you guys to try to prolong it, right? So maybe even if you see justice come around the situation, you might still hold a bit of a grudge there. And seeing this in the environment position could just be saying the key would be to just try to let it go this month, knowing that, hey, karmically it's taken care of and you could just move forward from there to avoid repeating that cycle again. All right, hopes or fears. We have temperance. So this is actually Sagittarius energy here, which came up in your dice. So yeah, maybe for some of you are ultimately hoping for that balance, right? So some of you might even feel that energy, that emperor energy, but not necessarily want to be in it, right? You could just feel this impulsive urge. And like I said, it could just be due to you having Mars in your sign, finally started to move direct again. So maybe you just felt for a while like things were so stuck and now you want to make up for lost time in a way. But yeah, this looks like you're looking for balance there. And this could be around relationships as well, just like we saw with the Two of Cups. All right. In the outcome position, we have the Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. So yeah, for you guys, Scorpio energy is a sixth house of your work, your daily routines, health. So yeah, this could definitely be an indicator that again, the challenge for you guys this month would be to stay out of your own way, right? Because again, this could be, like I said, especially even though you did have the Mars retrograde for what felt like such a long time, right? You might feel like, okay, so many things I want to tackle. So you might try to take everything on all at once, and then that might sacrifice the quality of those projects. Whereas suppose if you take everything one by one, you'd be a lot better off. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, looks like there's definitely room for growth and stability for you guys this month. But again, like I said, I feel the key is to take a slow, steady approach, right? So interestingly enough, this being a Virgo energy, that's a Virgo energy there. We saw the Virgo energy in the past, right? So you'll just be saying that that's the key, right? To take on more of a Virgo approach where you guys are both ruled by Mercury, but Virgo tends to be a little bit more methodical, strategic, whereas you guys could jump into things more quickly. So that could be the key for you guys this month. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card. We have be impeccable with your word, and it says cultivate faith. All right, let's see what it says. Okay, it says to have great faith is to have great power, because your intent, your will, is undivided. When your word isn't dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. So definitely a pretty solid message there in general, right? Especially like we said, we just had that Mercury retrograde cycle that's wrapping up, and it's still in the post-shadow period, so could be a message around communication there. All right, moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Thinker. There's the artwork, and the number is 44. So let's see what this has to say. Okay, central meanings says strategy, being analytical and logical. So yeah, already that kind of goes along with what we were talking about there. But the Oracle's message says the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. So yeah, like I said, definitely a pretty solid message there, and seems to align fairly well with what we were talking about. The relationship message says love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is the time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So yeah, for those of you who are looking for a little bit of relationship guidance, hopefully that resonated. I also have the mid-month readings out for love already, and then the February mid-months will be out in a couple weeks. All right, and the prosperity message says calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. List all your friends now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there, and definitely makes you think of the Justice card we saw in the near future as well. So hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we'll take a look at your Mudra card. Okay, this is your Mudra here. It's the Hamsi Mudra. The keyword for it is illumination. Alright, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says removes obstacles in one's life, eases depression and sadness, evokes feelings of lightness and laughter, benefits the lungs and large intestine, improves assimilation of nutrients and elimination of waste. So if that sounds like a Mudra, I think would be beneficial for you guys. We'll put the name in the description below as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. Alright, bye.